My name is Pupteen from the Geeky Pup Show here on the Geeky Pup Show today for what? For Daredevil. Yes, the thrilling conclusion to, I guess, the Kingpin's return is what we can call it. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, shivers. But before we get into this fantastic issue of Daredevil, let's go ahead and meet our cast. And it's built up since we first started reading this 3-part story, but...
Yeah, we kidnapped a few people. Come look.
Help!
That's the way to put it. To my side, you may see him. He is our fearless what was that? I guess I had a little frog in my throat. Our fearless narrator.
If I was in your throat, it'd be big.
Not your throat.
I thought that was after the show.
Oh gosh. Oh. Now is not my. Now is not my
glorious narrator, Mr. Eric Breen.
Yes.
Say hello, Eric.
Hello.
There you go. To his side, you can see him in a little bubble right there. His hands on his hips as he's proud to stand as a trusty sidekick.
Do you expect me to talk, Goldfinger?
No, I expect you to die.
And then that is your way of saying death?
And then the scowling little guy with his arms folded over his chest over there. He says, "Help! I've been abducted. Help!" That is our Zach.
Yep. You can tell that he's been abducted and forced to read this book because Kirk has a prominent role in it.
And then we have every woman in the world.
Many
voices. They aren't just in her head, but what she does for a living. She's a voice actress for our channel, and she doesn't get paid, but she enjoys it anyway. Maranya!
Hello!
Yay!
Hello.
And of course, how can we forget the frog who's done most of the introductions for this video? It is Froggy!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to this reading. And I want you to click...
The word is R. Say
hey,
R.
hold on. Hey, calm down there, mister. I just want to say, if you made it this far, 2 minutes into the video, please click like and subscribe.
And share.
Every like and share and comment down below helps this channel build an algorithm so we can reach more people and take over the YouTube universe. Yay!
That's a little far. But if you made it 2 minutes and 50 seconds now, you won! So there you go.
There's nobody still here.
Oh, well.
There are no winners.
Just the voices
They
in my
might show up
head.
now that my face is gone.
Now that we're all gone with icons, now we're all the voices in Maranya's head.
Oh, no.
We're like the
Now
Maranya
let's
bunch.
go ahead and pull up this book
Is there
before I
anybody
pull an
in
Englishine and
there?
forget. Daredevil, the man without fear. The Kingpin, the entire New York mob, and now Bullseye. Issue 172.
Stan Lee presents Gang War, starring Daredevil, the man without fear.
I'm tied up. I'm underwater. I can hear street sounds far above. Sense a long, cylindrical tube immediately surrounding me. It's a pipe, a water main. I wake up in the strangest places. Like Eric Breen.
Frank
I
Miller,
guess, yeah.
writer, penciler. Klaus Janson, inker. Glennis Ween, colorist. Joe Rosen, letterer. Denny O'Neil, editor. Jim Shooter, editor-in-chief.
Quality.
When there's a Rosen, we go through the list. Ignore this.
3 minutes more of this, maybe 4, and I'm finished. I have to move swiftly. Can't let the world be deprived of its one and only blind superhero. Of course, if the radiation that robbed my sight hadn't heightened my main senses, I'd never find my way out of here. But then, I probably wouldn't make a habit of getting myself into situations like this one either. Good thing Turk hasn't gotten any better at tying knots. Yep, there they go. That took 1 minute, leaving 2. My radar sense It's a dull down here, but it can still detect the junction with another pipe. And if I can feel the current pulling me towards it, this could be the way out. Tight squeeze. If I were blind, I might see a light at the end of the tunnel. Just like Breen. But I can't, so I just don't know. I'm losing it. Blacking out. It's too late. I'll never make it. To Joe's. I did it. I can breathe. Whew. That smell. What the? Who are these people?
The Morlocks?
Feet.
Money for food.
Money for food.
Money for food.
Chicks for free.
They're vagabonds living here below the city. Please stay away. I can't help you. I'm sorry. I am not that rich like Tony Stark.
Money for food, and it's vagabonds.
Quiet. Leave leprosy boy.
Later. Guess this is Turk.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry, Josie. I'll pay the tab next week, I swear. Just give me another brew.
That's what you said last week, Took, and the week before.
This time I mean it, Josie. Honest. I just finished a big job. As soon as I get paid, I'm going to be rolling in dough. Yeah, I'd call snuffing Daredevil a big job, all right. And it's going to make me a big man with the Kingpin. Yes, sir. After this, nobody's going to dare mess with me. Nobody who's fond of living anyway. Huh? Nah. That ain't. He couldn't.
You right.
Did you have to, DD? Did you? Oh, jeez, he's headed for the window. DD, please, that's 3 this week. You know how much them things cost?
Don't worry, Josie. All Daredevils come well equipped.
That's what Karen said.
And Heather and Elektra. And Black Cat.
And Gloriana.
Note, the all-purpose billy club, complete with a 30-foot nylon cord, not for sale. But it's good for snagging ledges or flagpoles or people jumping through windows.
Kodak. Fap.
What? Oh.
Fap.
I killed him. I killed him. How'd he get away this time? How?
Relax, Turk. I'm not angry. I'm just curious. Well, maybe a little angry. This town has been a buzzing with criminal activity lately, and I've been keeping just 2 steps behind the action. You're gonna bring me up to date, aren't you, Turk?
Sure. Sure. My pleasure. Remember the Kingpin of crime? He used to run the mobs. Well, he's got this wife, Vanessa, what convinced him to retire and move to Japan. And everything would have been okay if that's all he did. But it ain't. Vanessa, she nagged him into agreeing to turn over state's evidence against his top men, the men that run things now that he's gone. Thing is, the new crime lords got wind of what he was up to, so they kidnapped the broad when she came here to hire a shyster for the Kingpin. You see, they wanted the Kingpin to come back, just so's they could have him killed. To do that, they hired Bullseye, because when it comes to killing, he's the best. Anyway, the Kingpin came to New York for his lady, and he brought his files. That's when you decided to get clever. You disguised yourself and got hired by the Kingpin. Then you tried to steal that state's evidence. But he was smarter than you. Smarter and tougher. He decked you but good and had me drop you in the water main. Then he went to meet the crime lords and trade the evidence for his lady. Thing is, just when he'd clobbered them and was going to free the bim, somebody up and dropped a building on her. Now the Kingpin's out for blood. He's taking over the mobs again, and ain't nothing going to stop him.
Vanessa.
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 We'll see. Meanwhile, I'm going to get my hands on those files. And Turk, you're not working for the Kingpin. Not anymore. You're working for me.
Yeah, that's right. This is New York City. But if you're thinking it's all bright lights and big money and all that glittery junk you've seen in the movies, well, you're in for a shock. Because it isn't a playground. It's a battlefield. And there's a war on.
At the moment, gentlemen, we are safe from attack. Our enemies are unlikely to locate this subterranean stronghold quickly. They are frightened, confused, incapable of swift, decisive action. I know them well. They used to be my lieutenants. I mentioned that we are safe from attack. They, however, are not. But we have insufficient manpower to lead a direct blow at their leaders. Instead, we shall disrupt the machinery of their operations. Machinery I designed and can therefore dismantle. Tonight, immediately, we will dispatch our men to assault the organization's major delivery points, thereby severing the arteries of the East Coast narcotics traffic.
Hashtag Kingpin.
We shall harass their various numbers runners, making it appear to each that another gang is responsible. And by eliminating its key links, we shall shatter their chain of information. By tomorrow night, our enemies shall be in terror of displeased out-of-town mobs, and of each other, and of me.
See that building over there? Pretty, huh? Pretty and proud as Mount Olympus.
He should know. He drew it.
But they aren't gods living in there. Nah, they aren't even men. They're rats. Rats in business suits.
Crummy fly. This building is supposed to be airtight. Doesn't anything work right anymore?
That's just it, Lou. Nothing's working. A multi-billion-dollar organization is coming apart at the seams.
Since last night, 9 major narcotics deliveries have vanished, and Detroit is angry, very angry. I don't know how long we can...
Finished? Seems to me you guys ought to have it figured out by now. I do. It's the Kingpin. He's making his move, and he's tearing you to pieces.
Just shut up, Bullseye. Just shut up.
Talk nice to the assassin, Henry. Right now, he's all you got. The way I see it, as long as the Kingpin is alive, you wimps are on your way out. I agreed to kill him for $10 million. But to kill him, I gotta find him. And that'll cost you another $5. No charge for the fly.
Mama!
Then
Help me!
Mickey, you shouldn't have ought to hold out on me like this.
But I don't know where he is, Bulls!
And then, come on, Pike, spill it. Tell me where the fat guy is.
In Florida.
all I know is he's hiding underground somewhere, Bullseye. Honest.
And finally, Willie, it's been a long night, full of fun, but I'm getting bored. And when I get bored, I kill things.
No, I'll tell you where he is. He's in a subcellar at the 50th and 11th.
Sure. You're flying in a plane and you look down, and the city looks like the biggest carnival you've ever seen. But come a little closer, wipe the stardust out of your eyes, and check out what's really happening down there. And keep your guard up. You could get hurt.
Sprack. Plug.
Randall.
Kingpin. Sorry, boss. I mean, I didn't mean to interrupt your workout.
You didn't. I am finished. What is it, Turk?
It's Daredevil. He's still alive, and he's after your files.
His timing is unfortunate. Lynch, remove the files to a second vault. I will arrange an ambush at the first. Are you all right, Lynch?
Yeah, sure, boss. No problem.
I think this is Grotto.
It's Grotto. It is Grotto.
I still don't like this, Lynch. Only 4 of us. Suppose Dee Dee is onto us.
Shut up, Grotto.
Make me.
If the Kingpin says 4 men, it's 4 men. I've worked for the boss for years, lots of them, and he never makes a wrong move. Hey, what happened to the lights?
What happened to the lights? I happened to the lights.
Batman!
Daredevil!
Crack.
My spine! He's got him! He's got the files! Shoot him!
How? I can't even see him.
There he is! Come on, up the stairs! We got him!
Hey, what's this?
Aw, no. Out of the way, you stupid!
Money for food.
Money for food.
Food for money.
For money, food.
We'll legislate for food.
Money without food.
Money for nothing, and your chicks are free.
Money for Joe's.
Soon.
And by the time we waded through them beggars, he'd skipped.
Boss, I thought I'd fooled him. I didn't think he knew.
That is because you are very stupid, Turk. Daredevil, on the other hand, has proven himself to be quite canny.
Unlike the X-Men.
Yes, they are rather uncanny. However, we should never seek to outwit. He should never seek to outwit the Kingpin. He will learn this very, very soon.
What's the joke, Hornhead?
Joke. Lieutenant, I just given you evidence that will.
Newspapers! You've given me newspapers! Can't you see that? What are you, blind?
Well, you see, there was...
And they're all filled with pictures of Spider-Man!
Spider-Man!
Spider-Man.
Hey, look at that. Twin Towers.
Yes!
Wow,
Yes!
now he's blind and deaf.
You guys see that?
Yeah, Twin Towers.
Yep. Never see that again.
Nope.
But the bottom line is that it's still the greatest town there ever was anywhere. Once you're here, it'll change you. It'll make you one of its people. You'll grow to love it. Thing is, to love New York, you got to know it. And to know it, you got to take the bad with the good. And then you have the facts of life. And sometimes there's an awful lot of bad. Like when Judy had that drug problem.
Like these readings.
Listen, cripes, is this thing heavy or what? Quiet back there. We're right outside the Kingpin subcellar. Let's not advertise that, okay? Let's see if your boss battle plan holds any water. Come on, move it, will you? Set up that gun while you're still young enough to fire it.
Okay. It's ready.
Then shoot it for...
Vroom!
Nobody home. Gotta give Fatso credit. He's sharp as a... Hey, what the... The ceiling. It's coming down. Yes, sir. It's a lively town. All right. And it's got a lot to offer. Maybe the only place in the whole world that's got just what you want. But it's up to you to get it. And if you screw up, well, somebody's sure going to let you know. Clowns! That's what you are.
Easy, Bullseye. Take it easy. Remember which side your bread is buttered on.
The Kingpin played you for suckers. He planted the location of his hideout in the head of a very talkative hood. Then rigged the joint to collapse on the first person to enter it. And me, I was just stupid enough to go along with you saps.
Okay, we miscalculated. It happens. But don't worry. Soon as our colleagues arrive, we will hold an emergency conference and appoint a committee that will...
They will not arrive. Each of your colleagues has been approached tonight. Some of them now work for me. The rest are dead.
The Kingpin? Here?
Your weakness lies in your numbers. While you formed committees and drafted resolutions, I was free to act with far greater dispatch. The mobs are dissatisfied with your performance, gentlemen. They are ready for my return.
Sure, Kingpin, sure. Let's talk about that, shall we?
Have a seat.
This is way too easy. What's he up to?
We ain't out of steam yet, Kingpin.
Right, that's right. We still got...
You still have Bullseye. That is why I am here. You hired him to kill me. Right now, he would not find that difficult. However, Bullseye's intelligence far outweighs his loyalty. And by now, he must realize that your ineptitude shall inevitably destroy you. It is his choice. He can fire a bullet into my brain, or consider which of us shall be able to guarantee his future employment.
And this is probably, what if? If it's not, what a crime.
At premium rates, of course.
Bullseye, please, kill him.
I'll give you anything, Bullseye. Anything at all.
You have nothing left to offer him. Bullseye, if you please. My cigarette.
Milwaukee Chewbacca.
Happy to oblige, boss. You want me to start work right away? I'll give you a group rate of the three of them.
No, this enterprise has resulted in a number of deaths. The authorities shall require these scapegoats. Written confessions are being prepared, gentlemen. You shall each sign them.
You heard the man. Let's go.
We had it all. How'd he do it? How?
Lynch, come in here.
Right, boss. On my way. What a knockover, boss. You see the look on their faces? Boss?
Buff,
Boss?
the plane.
Why don't you answer? Oh, I'm dead. Ah!
Scud.
You should never have done it, Lynch. You should never have killed my wife, my Vanessa.
Boss, your eyebrows. I don't get it. Ah, boss. What are you? Ah!
Well,
4 days ago, I gambled for Vanessa's life. I used a sonic device to disable the crime lords who held her captive. They were helpless, and they had nothing to gain by her death. But you wanted me to become the kingpin of crime again. You knew that as long as she was alive, that would not happen. So, you killed her.
No! I stayed in the car. I did.
If you had, you would have been unaffected by the sonic device. You would not have suffered the headache you have recently demonstrated. But trust me, Lynch, your torment has only begun.
Stay back, boss. I warned you.
well,
Blam, blam, blam. My hand.
My life was nothing but a lonely struggle for power.
Your fingers, they're huge.
My Vanessa, she warmed me, showed me love. And you took her from me! My one moment of joy. My one brief instant of humanity.
No. No. No!
King Big Smash.
Everything okay in there, boss? Boss?
There's some garbage in my office. Clean it up, and then get me a doctor.
The city is like a woman, they'll tell you. And they're right. But there are lots of kinds of women. Take that one over there. Take my wife, please.
Lousy, crummy, skinflint, unreliable, garbage eating roach bait.
And those are his good points.
Such language.
Daredevil, what do you want? No, forget it. I don't want to know.
Is he drinking a Capri Sun?
I'm having my yoo-hoo. Be quiet.
Where's his neck?
Come on, Joni. You can talk to me.
Hero. You want to know about my boyfriends, and nothing will make me talk about them. Nothing. Well, maybe money.
Not like you to be out alone this late at night, Joni.
Don't I know it? I got me lots of boyfriends, and they treat me real well. Mostly, anyway. But tonight, all of a sudden, they all cancel our dates, just like that. And when I ask them why, they just tell me to shut up. Like it's real important, you know. You didn't hear from me, right?
Joni, You've got to learn to trust people. Joni's boyfriends include some of the city's biggest gang leaders. There must be a major conference in works, the kind that the Kingpin held the last time he took power. Not a smart place for a superhero to show up. And if I had half a brain, I wouldn't.
Say hi to the black cow when you pass her on that telephone wire.
Hey.
And that's
I think it's just somebody.
Okay, we're all here. So what are we waiting for?
That outburst was ill-advised, Shiv. It is obvious that discipline has slipped since I took my leave of absence. Now listen closely. I shall restore the organization to its former efficiency, rebuild its decaying machinery. What I require from you is unconditional, unquestioning obedience.
We hear you, Kingpin. We hear you.
Thank you, Sean Connery. Good. Then we shall.
The lights.
It's a blackout.
No, it ain't. Look at the other buildings. They got lights. It's just this one.
There's just one guy with the nerve to assault this group. One guy. Daredevil.
You sure it's not Spider-Man?
I would have thought Blofeld.
It's Pushy galore.
I think it's Bullseye.
He ain't. I was waiting for. He ain't after you guys, any of you. He's after me. We got a big hate going since way back. I want dibs on him, Kingpin. This kill won't cost you a cent.
The generator is in the basement, Bullseye. You should find him there.
Shortly. You're down here somewhere, Daredevil, and you're waiting for me. You knew I'd come alone, didn't you, you lousy? Gotta be quiet. Ready for anything.
Blam!
A cat. Just a crummy cat. I gotta kill him 8 more times.
A crummy black
Yeah.
cat.
Evil black cat just died.
You don't scare me, devil. You don't. Maybe you can see in the dark. I know you can. But why ain't you attacked me yet? Unless... Sure, that's it. You won't attack me yet. I should have figured.
I wanted to see you, Bull. I want you to see Bullseye. I want you to understand exactly what I'm doing here. Do you remember the subway, Bullseye? Do you remember how I stood over you, bleeding, barely conscious? I had beaten you. You were helpless on the tracks. When a train approached, it was going to hit you. I wanted it to. I wanted to hear your bones splinter beneath its wheels. I wanted to hear you scream and die. But I pulled you from the tracks. I saved your life, and you went free. And you killed again. I've been carrying this around inside me ever since, Bullseye. It hurts. It hurts a lot. Now I'm going to share that hurt with you. Bend over.
See, this is why the Batman should have killed the Joker and why you should have killed me. You don't scare me anymore, devil. I'm better than you. And I'll prove it.
Dance off.
Your throwing stars won't help you.
What?
Your pistol won't help you. We'll settle this here and now, weaponless, man to man.
Chud.
He's dazed. His club. If I can just...
Swat.
No wonder you do so well with this billy club. It's wonderful. The balance is extraordinary. It's a faultless weapon. Only proper that I use it to kill you.
He's got me. One more shot at it. Wait, his gun. I said no weapons, Bullseye.
Blam.
Ow!
I meant it.
Okay, that was fap.
They're fapping now?
Yeah.
Squirt.
We were better off with the dance off.
Check.
They all think you're better than me. I'll show them. This brick, mash your face.
Crack.
Doesn't matter. I'm better than you, stronger,
Faster.
and I'll choke the life out of.
Maybe. But I'm taking you with me.
William Shatner.
To Shangri-La? No.
Don't twitch a muscle.
Russians? Oh, God. Fire anybody. So
Hey,
focused
bro.
on Bullseye that I didn't notice him or Eric Breen trying to talk over me. But there's still a chance if I can stall them just long enough for me to catch my breath and tell them to eat hot death.
I didn't say anything.
Bullseye is still breathing. You may finish him. No, I didn't think you would. Daredevil, you have proven yourself an obstacle to me. I would have you shot, but for the fact that I still have use for you. These are my files, the state's evidence. The state's evidence you have so desperately sought. They are yours to deliver to District Attorney Tower. Minutes after he receives them, he will issue warrants to arrest the entire upper echelon,
Echelon.
whatever, of the East Coast underworld.
Don't correct the Kingpin.
Soon they will be in prison,
Man, this guy talks a lot.
and I shall replace them with my men. You shall eliminate my competition for me. I know what you are thinking, Daredevil. You're planning some desperate, futile attack. You seek to bring me in as well. You are a very passionate man.
Oh no.
And I just lost my wife.
But it is not your passion that I now address. It is your intellect. Consider your position. You have Bullseye. I'll throw him in as a courtesy. And I shall be left with a shattered organization to rebuild. For a time, your side will be that much stronger. Consider the greater good to society. And you shall see that you really have no choice after all.
There is always a choice. You win, Kingpin, this time. Only because I choose it.
It is cold here, as moon-cast shadows writhe across the remnants of a skyscraper's shattered superstructure. Cold and quiet as a grave. It is here that a dream was murdered. Epilogue. Stardate. Wrong epilogue. At dawn, the workers will begin anew the search for a body that was lost somewhere beneath the rubble. By day's end, they will find that the tremendous tonnage caused a weakened section of an abandoned sewer to collapse. They will not find a body and will assume that it was carried out to sea. They will be wrong. Vanessa lives. Once, she was a finely bred lady of culture. Once, she was wife and lover to the man called the Kingpin, and she soothed his furious nature. But the eyes that now stare numbly, bleakly at the darkness around her are eyes empty of love or thought. There is nothing left of her now, nothing but a single need.
Hungry.
To eat at Joe's.
Brains.
Food. Please. Food. Money for food. My precious.
And that is the end of our book. Wow. What?
There's something on the side of that plane.
That's some compelling stuff, let me tell you.
That is a grand old book indeed.
And
Oh.
a lovely twist at the end.
Now,
Yes, I know.
if
Vanessa.
you'd like more, go to Thinking Critical Comic Book Retrospectives. We did one for this storyline, and I mentioned at the end of it that the only flaw I found in the story, and I knew it was done for dramatic effect, was there was no way Vanessa, she had no contact with the other sewer people, so she wouldn't have known to say money for food.
Maybe they walk by.
Unless the sewer brainwashes you just from being there.
Maybe
Zach.
she's a butterfly.
Shut up.
Maybe. But it is really a good story, and I'm glad we've gotten through all of this. We want to thank you so much for joining our reading. We also want to remind you to please like, comment, and subscribe. I know the frog said it at the beginning, but we're going to say it again as the ticker comes up now. Also, check out the Ko-Fi if you can. But other than that, I think that is all. A good book for a good night, and hopefully we'll do some more. I want to thank my entire cast for being here. Give them a round of applause, even though that's right.
Thank you.
If you stood around this long to wait to listen to us towards the end,
You won!
you have no life.
You won,
Waka waka.
you won the Blue Plate special at Joe's.
That's true.
Actually, you've been here so long that special's over.
Oh no. You've been here so long that Joe has gone out of business.
It's a big plate of hot air.
But it used to give me a big delight with everybody.
In every bite.
That's right. Thank you one last time so much before we say bye.
Excelsior.
And remember, only you can start forest fires. Yay!
No!
There's only one man I hate more than Daredevil.
And who would that be?
Spider-Man!
Yeah.